Few stories better explain why industrial safety isn't just paperwork but survival engineering. The Piper Alpha. On July 6, 1988, in the North Sea, an oil and gas production platform was engulfed in a sequence of explosions and fires that completely destroyed it. 167 people died. And the hardest part is that it didn't start with a war or a hurricane. It was a chain of decisions, permits, and design choices that all went wrong. To understand it, imagine the operation as a system of pumps, valves, high-pressure gas, procedures, and people. That night, a condensate pump was undergoing maintenance. During that work, an associated relief valve had been removed and a temporary cap was left in its place. That can be normal if it's controlled. The problem is the if. Later, the pump in service stops, production drops, and on a platform, the pressure to restart is always there. So they tried to restart the pump that was being worked on. At that moment, the temporary fix, which was not meant for permanent operation, becomes the weak link. A condensate leak appears, a flammable cloud forms, and the first explosion happens. Up to this point, it's already serious, but what turned the event into a catastrophe was what happened next. Piper Alpha was not an island. It was connected by gas pipelines to other nearby facilities. With the fire, those risers and lines begin to fail. And when a high-pressure gas line ruptures, the fire is no longer just a fire, it becomes a giant blowtorch fed by the system itself. There were successive ruptures in different lines during the night, and each one multiplied the energy of the fire. In parallel, the emergency response degraded very quickly. Communications were affected, control became complicated, and the firefighting water system couldn't cope with a scenario where pressurized gas was feeding the fire. Many people were trapped, waiting for an evacuation that, under the real conditions, became practically impossible. Then came the paradigm shift. The UK investigation report pushed the safety case approach, and the offshore industry started treating risk for what it is, a combination of design, change management, work permits, and operational culture, not just a checklist to follow. The technical takeaway is, when a system works with high-pressure hydrocarbons, a maintenance detail isn't just a detail, it's a safety barrier. If you'd like, in the next video, I'll explain the 3 operational lessons that are now applied in refineries, terminals, and vessels to prevent something like this from happening again. Are you more interested in the permit to work part, the design part, or the emergency evacuation part? Let me know in the comments. This is TrendOil Vision, understanding oil like a professional. If you like the videos, give it a like, subscribe, ask questions, and comment.